What's up, everybody? Welcome to my review of the Evolution Instinct by Discmania. Big shout out to friend of the channel, friend of mine, Chris Caulfield. He has been a tireless supporter of me and my channel for many years now and helped me in a number of different ways. And recently he sent me a couple of new discs to test and review, including this Instinct. It does not come from the factory like this. It is just a white disc that I dyed. You can see exactly how I dyed this Instinct in the video that I made if you're interested. Without further ado, let's get into the review of the Instinct. So it is a fairway driver and it is molded by Latitude 64 for Discmania. So that's what the Evolution line is. It's Latitude made plastic under the Discmania umbrella, similar to the Link, which is probably one of my favorite discs of the year. Definitely one of my favorite discs of the year. Potentially my absolute favorite of all the discs I've reviewed this year, and I think it's the only one that's made my bag for sure. 7, 5, 0, and 2 are the flight numbers on this disc, and I'd say those are pretty much spot on from my testing. It's not very fast, but it has a good amount of glide, letting it get out there. It doesn't turn naturally, but it will hold angles quite well, and it has a gentle but noticeable fade once it starts to slow down. So, taking a look at this thing, no real huge dome on it, kind of an average dome to the flight plate, nothing too distinct there. The rim profile, very kind of small and manageable, no problems in terms of the rim feel. It's really comfortable in the hand. It's got like a little bit squared off edge here, but it's soft enough. There's no sharpness in the hand. It feels real comfortable and nice. The plastic is essentially the same as like an opaque Opto or Lucid blend from Latitude, and one of my absolute favorite plastic types on the market, so no problems there. Extremely grippy, comfortable feel in the hand. It feels great. I really like it. It's a 7-speed, which has never really been my favorite, and I still kind of feel that way, but a lot of people really love that. It's kind of, you know, T-Bird vibe to it, this disc, and I would say it's kind of similar to like an Explorer, which I wish I had one of them to put next to it. I would say it's like an Explorer, but a little bit less stable from my testing. Maybe a little slower, a little bit less stable, but it's been quite a while since I tested the Explorer. Let me see, I got a couple things here to show it up next to, as I like to do. Starting off with a Rick Champion Firebird I got from Rick out at the Sake Bomb Challenge last year. So, there's a side-by-side there. Obviously, quite different in terms of discs, but, you know, it's something that you guys might be familiar with. Classic mold, as it were. This is an Escape. Let's put it up next to that. So you can see, actually not much of a difference in the rim width between the Escape and the Instinct, but the Escape is a little bit sharper, accounting for that difference in speed, I would say. And last but not least, we have an Esp Vulture from Discraft. Let's put that next to it as well. Vulture, a little faster, a little more, definitely more overstable, but maybe a little deeper in the hand as well. The Instinct has a little bit, maybe a little bit of a shallow feel, although I have trouble determining that, to be honest, guys. I never really talk about the depth and the feel unless it's real obvious to me, but it does feel a little bit shallow in my hand. So, I love the feel, good looking disc, no problems there. Let's talk about the flight of this thing. We have James helping us out once again. It basically flies along the lines of the flight numbers. It's not very fast, but it does have enough glide to let it get out there. Fly on nice lines, has a little bit of a fade once it starts to slow down. You can throw it flat and it'll just fly straight, have a little hookup at the end. You can get it to hold over a turnover if you pull it over strong, and for me, it's a little bit more stable, so I can kind of throw it flat and it'll have a little bit more fade for my arm speed, especially the way I've been throwing lately. And if I throw it on hyzer, it holds that really well. So it's a great like point and shoot, stable, controllable fairway driver. It's like one of those classic molds that anybody could throw and get use out of. If you're a new beginner, this would probably be a little bit more of a stable fairway driver. Again, throw it nice and flat. You won't have to worry about it veering offline and floating to the right on you. It's just going to fly real straight and then have varying degrees of fade, but depending on how fast you throw it and your arm speed and the height and all that kind of stuff. We know that bigger power arms can throw this disc because Eagle has been throwing it a lot, and he's basically top 5 power of all time, and he can definitely still control this disc, get big throws out of it, and it can handle the amount of energy that he's able to put on it without it flipping and rolling over. So it's a really great straight flying kind of workhorse fairway, man. If you guys had a couple of these in the bag, maybe break one in, have a fresh one, They could definitely cover you on a lot of shots out there and really get the job done. So it's a solid mold, great addition to the Discmania lineup. I think Latitude's doing a phenomenal job, as always, with their disc designing and their production. The plastic feels great. It looks good. It's a very consistent, straight flyer. And yeah, after a few throws, you know what it's going to do. Quite point and shoot with just that little bit of a fade to kind of play for with your throw. That is my review on the Evolution Instinct. Thank you once again to my great friend of the channel, huge supporter, Chris Caulfield. He's just been so solid. I don't even know what I did to deserve such a supportive person here for my channel, but I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys for watching, and I'll check you all very soon. Cheers. Thank you so much for watching, and big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. If you would like to see your name listed in the credits of all of my videos, go to patreon.com/discgolfnerd.